What's going on, guys? Arrow here, and guys, today we just got the most insane Pokemon Sun and Moon news ever. Like this morning, the Pokemon Company just went all out and gave us an extended 5-minute Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer. They're just like, the original 2-minute trailers that we give now. We're just gonna give you guys a 5-minute one this month. And so we just got a ton of extremely cool Pokemon Sun and Moon information, and there's so much to talk about, so let's get right into it. The first thing that I want to share with you guys is that some Pokemon that we already know are gonna look much more different in the Alola region, and I think this is so cool because the first Pokemon they showed us is Exeggutor, and you can see how Exeggutor, we already know what that Pokemon is, we know how it looks like, but just look at how it looks like in the Alola region. This Pokemon looks extremely cool. I mean, it's a grass and dragon type now, and that's just so cool because the only other grass and dragon type Pokemon that I know of is Mega Sceptile. So having an actual grass and dragon type Pokemon that's not from an evolution or a mega evolution is just a really cool thing. And I mean, it has the new Frisk ability as well, so it's pretty much like a new Pokemon. Like, it's a Pokemon that we already know of. It's got a new design, it's got new typings, it's got new abilities. It pretty much is a new Pokemon, so I think this is so cool. They also changed up Vulpix and Ninetales, instead of being fire types, now they're ice types, Vulpix will be a pure ice type Pokemon, and Ninetales will be an ice and fairy type Pokemon, and they both have the ability Snow Cloak. I think that's so cool because when they were fire types, they're able to take out steel types. Now they're weak to steel types. It's kind of funny like that, but it's so cool because these Pokemon, like, when would you expect to see a Ninetales as an ice type? I think it's such a cool, unique design too, and I think it's really cool for these Pokemon. Pokemon like Sandshrew and Sandslash are also turning into ice types, but they're also going to be steel types as well. And this is just so cool because I think this is like, the Pokemon Company's way of fixing up some of the old Pokemon that they already had, because all of these Pokemon are Gen 1. I don't think that this means only that Gen 1 Pokemon are going to get these unique forms, but I think it's cool because they can like fix up the Pokemon that they made in the past. And like these Pokemon like that we see here, like Sandshrew and Sandslash, not a lot of people use them in like competitive play and stuff, but I'm sure if they become these ice and steel types, they're gonna learn a lot of cool moves that can definitely help them out. So I think that will make these Pokemon really cool and very viable in competitive play. We also got introduced to many more new Alola Pokemon, and so yeah, the first one we need to talk about is Oricolo, I'm pretty sure how you say it, and it's basically like a bird Pokemon in Alola region, and it looks like a really cool Pokemon as well because there's 4 different styles that you get to this bird. And since Alola has 4 different islands, you get a different type of bird on each island, so it's still the same bird, but you get like a different kind of it. So I guess that's a cool way of like collecting all of them, and it's really cool as well. It gets like a move called Revelation Dance, and so according to what type of the bird it is that you catch on like which island, that's what type that move will be as well. So that's a cool, unique move. And this Pokemon's ability looks really cool as well. It's called Dancer, and basically it lets you copy any dancing move that is used in battle. So I wonder if that's only if like your opponent uses a dancing move, or if any Pokemon uses the dancing move in the entire arena, you get to use it too. And I wonder if it counts as like your turn, or like if the ability activates and you still get to go after it, because that would be really overpowered as well. And if Pokemon only in like the whole battle can use it and you get to copy it, I think you can make for some really cool combinations. Like you could do like a teeter dance, a fiery dance. There's so many cool moves that are dance moves that you can use. So I think that would really help out this Pokemon as well and make this a cool Pokemon as well. Next Pokemon we got here is called Minior, I think, and this is a rock and flying type Pokemon, so it's a very unique Pokemon. It looks like a boulder to me, and I mean, it's got the ability called Shields Down, and I'm not really sure what this ability does, but it shows how after Shields Down occurs, it's like core comes out, and I'm assuming that the core is going to be more powerful than the actual like outer coating that it has before. So I think having the core will make the Pokemon stronger. I don't know what this ability does. If you guys do know what it does or have an idea as to what it might do, definitely leave it in a comment down below. We also got introduced to Yungoose's evolution, which is going to be called Gumshoes. So yeah, that Pokemon looks really cool as well. And we got introduced to 2 new grass type Pokemon in the Alola region as well. So this Pokemon is called Formantis, and it evolves into something called Lurantis. And yeah, it looks like a really cool Pokemon. It's like a praying mantis sort of based Pokemon, so I think that's a really cool idea for the Pokemon as well. And it looks like it's going to be a physical grass type attacker. You know, we can see it using Razor Leaf, and they teach us a new move called, or they show us a new move called Solar Blade. And I'm sure that this is going to be a physical move. It just sounds like it to me, Solar Blade. It seems like it's going to be a really cool physical grass type move. So I really like how they are introducing new physical grass type moves. I mentioned that in one of my old videos that I really wanted to see physical grass type moves. It looks like they are mentioning that, so that's really cool. We also get introduced to something that is pretty shocking as well. We get introduced that Mudsdale is actually the evolution of another Pokemon called Mudbray. I thought Mudsdale was going to evolve into something else, but it looks like Mudsdale is the final evolution and Mudbray is the initial evolution. So that's a cool thing that I didn't know. And yeah, Mudbray looks really cool as well. Not really much to say about that. We also get introduced to something cool called riding Pokemon, and now you all know that riding Pokemon was in Pokemon X and Y, but from the looks of this and like how it sounds on the Pokemon website, it seems like riding Pokemon is going to be very important in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games, and it looks like they really mention how like riding Pokemon is in the Alola culture, and it looks like you're going to be able to call in Pokemon whenever you want and ride on them. This is extremely cool, and I think that this is something that I've always dreamed for in like a Pokemon game. And I think this is so cool. I mean, even though that the Pokemon you are riding aren't like your own, so you can't just like pull out your own Charizard and start riding it, it's so cool how you get to ride on Charizard and Sharpedo and Tauros and all these other really cool Pokemon. I think that's just so cool, and I think it's really cool how in only X and Y you were only able to ride these Pokemon to cross certain parts, you know, like it wasn't like you could do it wherever you want. It looks like in Alola you can just, you know, be on like a normal route and be like, alright, I want to ride a Pokemon, and you can pretty much call them up and just get a new Pokemon and get riding on it. So I think that's a really cool thing to do. They also show us something called like island challenges, and you know, it looks like for every single Pokemon island or every single island in Alola, there's going to be a lot of challenges that you're going to have to complete. And I think I really like this. You know, I really like Pokemon games where you have to go out and do things and like you know, explore. I think that will really help you know, explore on the islands and help you like get to every single inch on the island. It really looks like it's going to be interesting. They also introduce us to the captains of each island, and it looks like they're going to be like sort of the bosses on the island, and that looks like it's going to be really cool as well. You know, the types that they are that you know each captain corresponds with is fire, water, grass, and electric. So I think someone predicted that too in like a video or like a leak I saw. I'm pretty sure someone said that, so that's getting a little fishy for those leaks. They might actually be true. We also get introduced to something called Totem Pokemon, which is basically Pokemon after you get you know, after you complete all those challenges. Totem Pokemon are going to be like really strong boss Pokemon basically that you're going to have to beat, and you know, apparently they're like much bigger than the actual Pokemon. We see a Gumshoos in the trailer, and you can see that it's much bigger than how it actually looks in normal gameplay. They show how the Pokemon will be surrounded by like an aura that will make it really strong as well. So you know, you can see its defenses going up, so that's like protecting it from those physical fighting type moves that you're probably going to use to defeat it. So it looks like they're, you know, they can make up for their weakness or like their weak points and stuff. So that looks really strong as well. And you know, something that looks really cool is that they're able to call in ally Pokemon as well to help them. So basically 2 Pokemon are going to be able to attack your Pokemon. So it really looks like these Totem Pokemon are going to be some challenges, and it's not going to be that easy to beat them. And I really like that. I want to see Pokemon become a little more difficult, you know, because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y have just been too easy for me. I want to see a little challenge. I mean, maybe they're not giving us a difficulty mode, but at least give us something challenging. And so yeah. Next thing they mention is after you get through a lot of that stuff on the island, you're gonna have Kahuna battles basically, where you get to battle like a really powerful trainer on the island, and they show us that the Kahuna from Mele Mele Island is going to be Hala, and that just seems really cool. I think finding you know, facing off against the person who gave you your Pokemon is just a really cool thing to do. We got to battle Professor Sycamore in X and Y, but it wasn't like fun. It looks like this is actually going to be like a heated, intense battle, and yeah, I think that's really cool. And like I said yesterday, we did get introduced to what that bracelet finally does, and yeah, they only spent a couple of seconds explaining what it is, but basically it's going to be this new feature called Z moves, and it allows you to power up one Pokemon's move like really strong and use it on another Pokemon. And you know, they mentioned how every single Pokemon type is gonna have like their own really powerful move, and you get to use it once per battle. So it shows how, like, you know, Pikachu uses like a really powerful, you know, Gigavolt or something like that, and it looks like it's really cool. So I did talk about that. I did mention how I thought it was going to be some sort of like really powerful burst move that you get to use, and that's what it is. So I don't know how that's going to play. I think that's a really cool idea. They did mention that every Pokemon can use it. So like I said yesterday, I thought it was only going to be Pokemon that aren't fully evolved. No, every single Pokemon can use it. So that seems like a really cool idea. I think it looks really cool. I think having a really powerful move for every Pokemon is just going to make competitive battling really cool, because now Pokemon can, you know, be used, you know, every Pokemon can have one of these type moves. So, you know, I think finding ways to use those in competitive play will definitely make Pokemon Sun and Moon a very fun game to play. And so yeah, there you go guys, we just got a ton of Pokemon Sun and Moon information, and I pretty much just quickly went over as much of it, or pretty much all of it, as fast as I could, because I didn't want to like make this video like a half-hour discussion of it. But yeah, there you go guys. So what is your favorite thing from all the information that we just got today? Definitely let me know down in the comments. And what are your thoughts on all these new things that we were shown to us today? Definitely tell me what are your thoughts on them. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to click that like button, as it does always help me out. And if you like Pokemon Sun and Moon and you are hyped for it just like I am, be sure to click that subscribe button for more Pokemon Sun and Moon videos and other Nintendo games as well. Thank you so much for watching.